Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video right now, we are seeing a lot of people upset with the PlayStation 5 and these price increases. Now, we made a video on this yesterday, kind of more so breaking the news and discussing it. And usually whenever this type of stuff happens, we have like a little bit of like a 1-2 day pause, or well, we get to finally see people kind of give their proper opinions. We get to see things go viral. And of course, we'll just see people getting upset. And even right now, we're seeing government officials using this as a way to go and just complain about inflation, tariffs, and the overall global economy. We're seeing people in the gaming sphere being like, bro, this is like the first time ever that it was actually more worthwhile to buy a console on release. Because as you guys know, and this is something I'm going to touch on a lot throughout this video, back in the day, consoles used to go down in price. You know, it's an older product, things get more dated, they have less stock, sales go down. Well, this is the first time ever where it actually was smarter to buy a console quicker. So if you guys have already procured one, congratulations. If not, no worries. I don't even know what to tell to you guys because this world is so wonky right this second. So let's go talk about some big stuff. Bungie also lost their CEO. We're just seeing like a bunch of cool stuff on Silksong being announced. A lot of news throughout this video. So subscribe if you guys are new. Appreciate you all for swinging on by. Don't forget we have cool changes coming to the channel very soon. Leave a like, your thoughts and comments down below. And of course as well, if any of you guys are also big on the RuneScape side, my dudes, I don't know why my account got randomly hacked on RuneScape and I got it back, bro. I don't know. I made this like 7 years ago and it was botting or something. I don't know. But I've been also just got on there today. I'm trying to get to 60 wood cutting to farm some U-logs to go get membership or something. I might make a new account or maybe make some RuneScape stuff on this channel or the main stuff just for fun. I don't know if I'm bored. But anyway, I'm doing that on the side. So let's go and dive into the video. So if you guys kind of missed the news, well, people are memeing on it, and it's been going all over the place. The big news over here is that Sony hiked the price of the PlayStation gaming console by $50 everywhere. So the digital, the disc, and the Pro, everything went up in price. Everything. They gave everyone a 1-day notice, and in all honesty, it kind of makes sense. Like if they were really on top of the news and they see it if they come home from work or whatever, yeah, you can get your console, get your Pro, all this type of good stuff. But obviously people were upset. No one likes more price increases, and some people may have just been wanting to buy one like a week ago. I was talking to this one nice girl I know, and she was quite literally saying that she wanted to buy a PlayStation 5 2 days ago, sent me the tweets, and just responded with a "ree," and that's all I got. So shout out to that lovely woman, but I feel that same sentiment. Because when we want to get our consoles, we don't want to be spending extra money, and with everything in the world going up in price, just like RuneScape membership bonds, things get a little expensive. And obviously people are not happy with it because people are here saying like, I'm so old. I remember when video game consoles actually went down in price as the generation went on. I'm on the same mindset where people are like, you know, quoting these old commercials from old PlayStation vibes. And this is like the vibe I wish we still had. Granted, we did technically have a price drop, technically. So like to kind of give them a little bit of credit, we did have a huge sale the last few months. So if you really want to get a console, that was the time. And as well, we also did have the price decreases a few times too as well, with the integration of the disk drive and stuff, and like the weird combination of like the PS5 Slim, quote unquote. So like they did technically throw us a bone. They did technically give us a pretty wide margin of sale. And of course, as well, like all sales can't last forever, or else it's not a sale. So they did have to bump up the prices again. Now, do I think the prices are going to go down again at some point? I'd say yes, maybe closer to the end of the console life cycle where they're more so trying to focus on selling like software. But either way, people are mad about this, dude. Like people are like, I should have bought the Pro during the days of play sale, which we did try to mention this on the channel. Some people are just blaming the tariffs. Some people are blaming the dollar losing its value, which is actually probably more of the bigger case over here. A mixture of the both. Just overall global macroeconomic stuff, not even being political, because we've seen places in like Japan, Australia, Europe, and all these other various regions have to raise prices. We covered that news a few months ago. We probably expected it was going to go and translate to the United States, if you guys remember those videos. And like it made sense. Like if it's going up everywhere else, it's going to go up in America. So that's why I kept on telling people, buy your consoles, get your Pros. We made a few videos on it discussing it and all of that. So before, even people are saying like they used to be able to go and shrink and reduce the cost, but apparently not anymore. And as well, they were just, you know, all raised to inflation back a while ago, which they actually did one not even that long ago too as well. So it all makes sense. But as people are upset about this, you go on all these comments too, and people are everywhere as well. People are like, it was just a matter of time before it happened. Can't wait for these next sales in the future if they go over here. We live in the world's worst timeline. People calling out Drum 2 as well. And people are even saying, I'm surprised it took that long too as well. And I would kind of agree with this. They probably had a lot of units stockpiled up prior to the tariffs, or they knew the tariffs were coming as we had like that weird wonky vibe. They probably ordered as much as they could when they could. And I'm sure these numbers are now slowly running on out. Whenever I see this picture, bro, it looks like a WWE wrestler. Some people are just not happy. And some other people aren't even happy too, are just people. Like here's Gavin Newsom, dude, going over and calling out, like being like, hey, Trump, you suck. Over here, like, that's not my political things. I always say right down the middle is probably what matters, and facts on the channel. I don't really care what you guys are politically, as long as you're chill with me, I'm cool with you. That's how it should be, I think, at the end of the day. But no, we even have like politicians calling out over here and calling people out. Some people are saying it's more so greed on Sony rather than Trump too as well. And this is what I was saying too, is that there was also price increases in Europe, Australia, New Zealand, not even that long ago. So it's like a weird mixture of we don't really know why. Like it's just probably a mixture of everything. And I'm sure you can find a reason to blame any single person for any specific example. Yes, it's probably going to happen. And obviously when it comes to most political tweets, Reddit posts, whatever, they are obviously being like, California sucks and blah, blah, blah. Like I said, not really my argument over there. It is what it is. I more so care that it stinks that prices are going up. It stinks that like 5-year-old hardware is also going up in price. I am also in the same mindset as most other people, that we should probably be having price decreases. And a lot of people are upset about this. Like, I'm sure you guys would agree. A lot of people are leaving these comments too as well. A lot of people are just sad. And it's just a waste, People are just going back on political or just saying we miss the old school days or even giving explanations of why old school consoles went down. And it's still an expensive thing to go mass produce, an expensive thing to go make at the end of the day. And just like I said, people are just mad about everything. But that's the usual internet world regardless. And even going on these main posts too as well. Oh no, I just got locked out of you got disconnected. No. No, my RuneScape. I was trying to chop some logs. I thought there was like a 10-minute timer on that. I guess not. It's only been 6 minutes since I record. Either way, if you guys play RuneScape, let me know. I guess I'm trying to get some my bonds over here. So yeah, just a lot of people are like, hey, at least kids get to go outside. We need less fat gamer wimps and more blue collar boys. Like, bro, some of these comments, man, are all over the place. But either way, this is just, people are not happy with the overall vibe. And I'm sure most people would probably have agreed nonetheless. So give me your thoughts on this down below. Now, I do also want to give you guys a big brand new bump. A few hours ago, as of today, Bungie did go and actually have to change their leadership. We knew Bungie was kind of on loose legs for a while. I'm not even sure if that's a saying, but whatever. They're dangling by a thread. And we knew that they had to have really good returns on Marathon, on this Destiny 2 expansions, microtransactions as well, like all the stuff. It just wasn't doing that good. Player count went down, Marathon, bad reception. And PlayStation was on that looming, we're about to take over your business, buddy, because they own it. Like, it's fine. So I'm not really sure this is a good thing or a bad thing. I do think Destiny 3 should be made. I think Bungie has been kind of a little bit loosey-goosey for too long. And I'm not the biggest fan of this all. I'm going to keep it $150. But they are now finally going and passing the torch for all of them. Saying, I'm deeply proud of the worlds we've built together and the millions of players who have called them home. But as of this point, they were now leading Bungie after all these years, after 2015, very, very long time. And at the same time, too, they're just kind of breaking these on out, and they are moving on. They're officially out of Bungie. They're officially making their next steps, and they're officially going over from here. Crazy stuff, and this might be good, might be bad. I know a lot of Destiny people, and I think this is expected. I think anyone who follows the news, I think it's expected. So let's go and see where the future of Bungie goes. I'm probably still assuming Destiny 3. I'm assuming Marathon might get hopefully not cooked because I like the idea behind it. Maybe back in the drawing boards, or they might just release it and make a little extra money. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's like a fighting game, MMO stuff, etc. Last but not least, too, as well, Silksong is now officially confirmed. This game is one of the biggest cult classics out there. I really liked the original Hollow Knight. Was a fantastic game. And I always like Metroidvania style games as well. I believe the release date is September 4th. Correct me if I'm wrong. And they're even saying like, hey, we just want everyone to have the experience at the same exact time with the same exact pace. We're not even giving out review copies or early codes or all these things. We just want people to go and enjoy the game. We just want people to vibe. And I don't know, I think I'm a really big fan of this. Besides the fact that we're losing all this money on our consoles and all these big leadership changes flipping around, but at the same exact time, it does seem like at least we're going somewhere when it comes to gaming as a whole. So give me your thoughts and comments and everything down below. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I appreciate you guys all very much for watching, for hanging out, and chilling as always. You guys are all dope. I'll talk to you guys all later on. Peace out. Mwah.